Yes, sir.
The terms of payment are conditions agreed between the customer and vendor for the payment of invoices. Okay. The conditions defines the due date and the cash discount offered for the payment of the invoice within a certain period. What do you mean by this line? What do you understand by this line?
Sir, it defines that we offer certain discounts or anything
Mm-hmm. So suppose
to.
vendor is providing services to us. So after receiving the services from the vendor, he will be sending the invoice, correct? In the invoice, you will be seeing the general data, correct? General data consisting of like address, phone number, and vendor name, and all those things. And within that invoice, you will be seeing in this invoice you will be seeing what you will see. Within the invoice, you will be seeing the amount, okay? Bank
Yes,
details of the vendor and terms and conditions means like what are the terms he's mentioning over there. For suppose the due date will be 30 days or 40 days or 15 days or immediate to do the payment. All the terms and conditions has been written in the invoice. So by seeing the invoice, you will be knowing all those things. So if you got the invoice, you will be creating the vendor master. In vendor master, what you have to mention, all those details has to be mentioned in the vendor master. So if suppose like a user is like posting the transaction for the particular vendor, so if you link the terms of payment for the particular vendor, for suppose a vendor is allowing the 30 days credit period, if you how the system will know that for this particular vendor master, you have to give this the terms of payment. So these many days he is allowing us to do the payment. So then only we system will understand, and the end user won't know how many days the salary. By seeing the invoice, he will be seeing, but he doesn't have any access to go with the master data, and he doesn't have any access to link these terms of payment. Correct? Are you getting my point?
yes, sir.
Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For that, by seeing the invoice, we are creating the vendor master. We came to know that this is the terms of payment is provided by the vendor. For suppose vendor is allowing us 30 days of credit period. 30 days of credit period means like we by seeing the invoice and we will do the well creation of the vendor master in terms of payment. We will link that terms of payment. What we have created. We have to create one terms of payment, putting one name, and for that we have to define how many days he's allowing and all those things, that whatever we define the terms of payment we have to assign to the particular terms of payment which is applicable to the particular vendor. So now what we are going to do is like we are creating the terms of payment. How to create the terms of payment means like terms of payment enable the system to calculate the invoice, due date, and cash discount. So if the person like vendor is allowing us any discount, cash discounts, so that is one type of terms of payment. So we have to create one terms of payment and we have to assign to the particular vendor which is applicable or eligible for the particular thing. So what are the percentages he is allowing discount and all those things we have to create and we have to assign to the vendor master. Correct? Are you getting?
Yes,
Is
sir.
there any questions
Yes,
from
sir.
here? Hmm. Okay. How to create the terms of payment? OBB8 is the transaction code, and I want to open the configuration step. Terms of payment generally determine the due date and discount calculation. Terms of payment is maintained in vendor master and customer master to default at invoice level. However, this can be changed at invoice level as well. Invoice level terms of payment gets priority during the payment. TOP means terms of payment. This is about the terms of payment. Okay. So if you see here how to create the terms of payment in SAP. The transaction code we can use is like OBB8 is the transaction code. I want to open the SAP. So if you see here, /n OBB8 is the transaction code. Go to the new entries. In new entries, you have to put one terms of payment name like 5 characters we can give here. I am putting the terms of payment as like TM10 only. Name, putting one name, and we are putting one thing defining, and I have to give the how many days we are giving terms of payment. You have to mention over here. I am allowing the, like I said, vendor has given 30 days of credit period. Okay. If you see here, if you see here in OBB8 that we have went to new entries and we have put one terms of payment as like a TM10 over there. I have allowed that means vendor is giving the 30 days of credit period. So we are creating the terms of payment for 30 days, putting the name like terms of payment TM10. So if you see here, this is the thing we have to select it. What is the default for baseline date? You have to tell. What do you mean by baseline date? What do you mean by baseline date?
It's a date when we receive goods or we post the entry.
Mm, yes. Yes, yes. The baseline date is the thing, but that when we are taking the date means that is the baseline date. Whether it is a posting date, whether it is a document date, whether it is entry date, as options has been given by the SAP. So our system is asking that when you are going to take as a baseline date, what is the baseline date means? The date which you are, whether you are posting date is considered as a baseline date, whether you're taking as a document date as a baseline date, and whether you want to take an entry date as a baseline date. And before choosing this baseline date out of these three, we have to understand what is what, correct? So if you see here, posting date, what do you mean by posting date?
The date
What do you mean
when we
posting?
when we are
post the
recording the
entry.
entry.
Mm-hmm. One by one. Yes, tell me, Umar.
The day which we are posting the entry, sir.
The date which we are going to post the document is called posting date, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Document date means what?
A date when invoice is prepared.
Document date is nothing but when the date which was mentioned in the document, that is nothing but an invoice, and we have to take it consideration as a document date as a invoice date, correct? Correct.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Jigyasa?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Entry date means system automatically take as a entry date. Okay. These are the 3 days we have to opt out of 3 options which was given by the SAP. We have to opt as a baseline date. So casually we go for the posting date. Why? Because we have going for posting date means, for suppose vendor has been raised the invoice yesterday. We got the invoice tomorrow. So vendor is mentioning the invoice in date is nothing but document date is yesterday's date, but we have been received tomorrow. So if you go for the invoice date, so what will be the due date after 30 days? For suppose 4/6/2025 is the document date. So if you take as a document date, what will be due date? Next month, 4th of the 2025, correct? July. So document date has been created by the vendor. He is raising. So when the invoice has been came, we will be taking as a consideration when we are going to post the document. That date we consider and we take as a baseline date. If you post tomorrow, if you calculate the baseline date as tomorrow, if you calculate from tomorrow tomorrow date, the due date will be 6/7/2025, correct? If you are like going for the document date, it will be taking 2 days of time before you have to take it as consideration. So we should have a mutual understanding between the vendor and us. We tell that we are calculating from posting date. So if we go, if we, when we are getting the invoice at the date onwards, we will be calculating the due date. So there won't be any discrepancies between the vendor and us. So if you are not told to vendor so that we are using the posting date as a baseline date, he will be considering as a invoice date. Why? Because he will be calculating from yesterday, and whenever the due is there, then he will be reminding you the due date had been finished. So our books of accounts and their books of accounts, it won't match. So that's the reason we have to tell this terms of payment, what is the baseline date we are using. So the system will follow the baseline date. Out of three options, if you opt any option, that take into consideration for this particular vendor if you assign these terms of payment. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Sure? Jigyasa, confidently you have to tell. Jigyasa and Umar, if you just press
Yes, sir.
enter, within 30 days due date. Just copy this and you have to paste it. So here I have given only 30 days and I want to opt the posting date as a baseline date and you have to save it. This is the way to create one terms of payment. Our request is nothing but a Tata group. So select this. 1 minute. Yes. If you see here, we have been created the terms of payment. So we have to post one invoice and we have to see the invoice whether it is overdue or not. Correct? 30 days we have given the period. So what we have to do? You have to tell.
Post the entry, sir.
Hmm. You have to post the entry. How to post the entry? /n FB60 is the transaction code. Just press enter. Okay. Now we are going to see the TM10 and you have to go to supply. So you have to select the supplier. So you just select the supplier. We have been created the supplier PNP. So for that, what we are going to do is like invoice date is today's date. For suppose I am putting and amount, how much amount? We can take it as 5,000. Text is nothing but being invoice posted. What expenses you are debiting? GL account, it should be like you can go and see audit fee. How much amount you are debiting for crediting? Sorry, debiting 5,000. And what is the text? Just copy this and you can paste it over here. And just press enter. System is asking something, and entry is required in the business area. Just give the business area or business as TMM. Just press enter and just go to simulate. Accounting entry has been passed. Just save it. So now we have to see the report. How to see the report? FBL 1N /N ABL1N. Just press enter. Give the vendor account number over here. Our vendor account number should be 7, and you just execute it here. If you see here, today we have posted. When will be the due date? Danny. Eva. Okay. So if you see here, we want to see the due date, no? So how to see the due date? First of all, there is one column should be there, and it has to show that it has to calculate the 30 days from this particular date, and it should be shown the next month of this day should be due date, correct? So for that, what we have to do is that we have to set up the layout. This is nothing but a layout we can call as layout. This is the layout. In this layout, what are the fields we need, what are the columns we need, we can put it. Now we are going to see the net due date, correct? So in order to see the due date and all those things, if you want to see other fields over here, you have to go with the layout and you have to change layout. You have to go with the select layout. Yes, this is the one. This is the one. Select layout. So here, if you see here, assignment, document number, type, these are the things have been there. Document type, document date, and all those things are there. Here, if you see here, this is the fields which are hidden. If you want some fields from here to here, then you can see. You can see here. So now what we are going to see is net due date. So go to the search button here. You have to give the net due date. So this is the change, this is the layout changing like as per the requirement. Okay. You have to change the layout. Means what are the fields if you want to take as a necessary fields in the reporting. So we can take the fields and we can push over here so that it will be visible over in the reporting. So how to change the layout? So if you see here, this is the symbol square boxes are there. No, you have to click over there, and out of this, these are the hidden fields. These are the fields which are appears into the reporting side. So what we are going to do is like net due date has to be shown in this thing. So I want to document date is there now. After that, I want just select this and you have to push this button. If you see here, after the document date, net due date has been came. If you see here, it should come from after this if you save. So that's the way to do. So what we are going to do, just copy it. And if you see here, net due date is that nothing but like today's date it's showing. Why it is showing like this? Why it is showing like this? It is immediately showing. We have put like 30 days as a, we have put as a 30 days as a credit period for the vendor. So it is showing like this. Why it is showing? Anybody? You have to tell, you know very well. What are the terms of payment we have defined? We have not assigned to the vendor master. No. In vendor master, if you see here, we have given the immediate due. If you see here for 7, how to change or edit the vendor? XK02 is the transaction code. For when supplier 7 TM10, you just want to go for this payment transactions or company payment transaction, just press enter. It will move to the screen. If you see here, terms of payment is 0001, immediate payment. So system has taken as an immediate payment as today's date only it was shown. Now we have to assign what are the terms of payment which was created by us as TM10, that is 30 days overdue, net overdue, then you have to give here. Just go to the find button and you have to give the TM10 over here. If you see here, just close this. This is the TM10 I am assigning for this vendor. Whenever you are going to post any invoice for this particular vendor, it will be calculating the due date as a 30 days. Why? Because just press enter. If you see here, within 30 days is a due date it came. Now you have to save. We have to assign the terms of payment to the particular vendor. Then only the system will calculate for the particular vendor. The system will check how many days is due date and it will post the entry like a due date will be shown. Are you getting? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So why it is showing 5656 today only means like an immediate due date. It's for this vendor. We have assigned the terms of payment as 0001. So that's the reason it is taking as a consideration for immediate due date. So again, I went to the vendor. I have changed the terms of payment that is like which was created by us as CM10. That is the 30 days credit period. So if you save, the system will calculate 30 days as a credit period. Again, I want to post one entry. And you can see right now what is the difference. So if you see here, the 7 is our supplier number, only the 7, and you have to give this today's date I'm giving, and amount is I'm giving 10,000, and text is nothing but like a narration. GL account is nothing but 3,000, and I'm giving the 10,000 over here. And if you see here, the text is nothing but being invoice posted, and business area we have to select. Business areas TMMN, just press enter. If you see here for this particular vendor, go to the payment and you can see here 30 days, correct? Are you getting? This
Yes, sir.
for this vendor, it was being assigned as TM10 30 days and due on 5/7/2025, correct?
Yes.
Go to the document, simulate it, and you have to save it. Now you can see the report, BL1N, and just press enter and go to the simulation execution. And if you see here, this is the one. Just now we have created, correct? With 10,000. If you want to see the layout, document type and document date, just you have to go with this and you just go with the net due date, net due date. Here you can find the net due date. In this thing you have to find, this is a find button, you have to go with the binoculars symbol and this is there, and you have to select this line item where you want to see under this. You can go and document date under this amount. You just pull it and copy it and you have to save it. You have to save the layout. So how to save the layout? Just the name of the layout, one SAP is the SAP standard layout. Just you have to give the 2 SAP. Just save it. Okay. Now what we have to give is like slash. You have to give slash over here. Slash 2 SAP. It was saved. Okay. You have to give the slash. If you see here, net due date is visible over here. If you see here for the particular document, KR is vendor invoice, you have been posted today and you have given 30 days of the period. So the after calculating the 30 days from today's date, next month 5/7/2025 is the due date. If you see here, not due. Why? Because today there is time to be overdue. Why? Because 1 month more. So it is showing the due date also. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That is okay. That is the way to create the due dates and net in terms of payment and all those things. So if you want to create for 15 days, you can create 15 days. If you want to create for fixed days, like every month you want to create for 15th of this month, every month means we can go and we can give. So many options are there. Okay. Likewise, you can see fixed days we can give. Okay. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
If block key means like if you select any free for payment, it's okay. If you skip for account and lock it for the payment, if you put A, the payment has not been done for this particular terms. So that if you block for the payment, like all the options are there, you can ask for the need and requirement, we can go. Payment method, if you want to go for the payment method, you can select from the payment method which was created and you can see, but it is not that much of thing. So you have to mainly focus on terms of payment and this the baseline date is very important and you have to give the number of days if you are by if a number of days mention that the credit period which was given by the vendor. Okay.
Yes,
Any
sir.
questions? Any questions by anybody? Yesterday that was resolved or not?
Resolved, sir.
Very good, very good. And what else? Any questions, Jigyasa? Do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Umar? Umar?
I think Umar leaves, sir. He is not.
Umar left, okay. Okay. If you have no questions, please we can wind up the session. For today is the small session only. Tomorrow no class. On Monday onwards, we will be taking little bit of speed and we'll be having good session like in terms of payment. One scenario is there, cash discount we will see. Okay,
Okay, sir.
cash discount, and after that, automatic payment program we will see APP. We can call as a APP. Okay. Why? Because
Okay, sir.
like I'm having another one meeting is there, so that's the reason today I'm closing a little bit of early. Like that's it. This is the like terms of payment is a small topic only, no? So again, we are having one more scenario over there, discount. We will see in the Monday's class. I will show you how to pass the discounting entries by doing the configuration, required configuration into the system. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I quote one example, and based on that, we can do the configuration. And whatever the configuration we have done, the terms of payment should be assigned to the vendor master. If you won't assign to vendor master, means that it won't take into consideration while posting the transaction, like posting the invoice or doing the payment. So for discount means like while doing the payment only, it will allows the discount, correct? So in order to do the payment, we have to create the terms of payment and we have to assign the terms of payment to the vendor. Then the user if the user is posting for the particular vendor, the terms and conditions which was assigned to the particular vendor should be applicable and system will be looking and testing whether it is background, it is like any conditions has been applied or not. So when you are going to pay any payment on or before by giving the stipulated time of the period given by the vendor, so it will check the percentage of the cash discount which was being assigned to the particular vendor, and it will take into consideration while doing the payment. The system will check the conditions when which condition is applicable for the payment. If it is satisfies, it it allows the discount received part. So for that, what we have to do is like we have to create one GL account as a discount received, and that discount received comes under which group? Discount received. Discount received.
Profit and loss
Profit and loss account, where it will come?
income side.
You have to create one GL account. System will calculate the discount part percentage, but it should be trigger the GL account, no? So whatever we are posting the transaction, it should show in the accounting, no? Like whether it may be debit or credit, what will be that thing? Discount received, where you will show the debit side or the credit side of your profit and loss account,
Credit side.
right? Tell
So
me that
because we
you are.
received discount.
So it's because
Discount.
it's the income, sir.
Hmm. All the incomes will be credit, huh? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So you have to go with the profit and loss account. Income side will come. You should create it. We should take it as a credit balance, correct? Why? Because what are the percentage which is applicable for this particular condition satisfying the particular vendor while doing the payment. So whatever the percentage is allowed the discount, that percentage should be trigger the GL account, which was created by us, like discount received part we have to show. And what are the balance amount after deducting the discount, the balance amount should be paid to the particular vendor, correct? What will be the accounting entry? What will be the accounting entry? Discount received 10% out of like 1 lakh rupees paid to the vendor. Discount has been received. Okay, out of invoice 1 lakh rupees, 10% has been received the discount. Okay, what is the accounting entry? Hello? Jigyasa, as you told, no credit. You just tell the full accounting entry. Amount has been paid to the vendor. Okay. Out of 1 lakh, 10% has been received the discount. How much amount we have to pay the vendor? 90,000. What about this 10,000? We have to tell. Jigyasa, are you there? Are you searching in Google? Anupam?
Sir, not remember, sir.
Okay, on Monday you have to tell, okay?
Yes.
Okay, that's all for today. If you have no questions, you can wind up the session, and Monday we'll meet you with this new topic, very interesting topic. We'll see. Okay. That's all
Yes,
for
sir.
today. Just practice it. I will send the document also. Okay.
Okay.
I'll send the recording as well. That's all for
Yes,
today.
sir.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you, sir. Good day, sir.
you.